All right, so you're asking about using masks in Photoshop and why you'd want to use them. The main reason you're using masks in Photoshop is so you can combine or edit parts of images non-destructively. Using masks lets you go back and forth and paint or remove different parts of the image so you either see it or don't see it. So, say we have a picture like this of this beach and we want to bring this picture of the mountains on it. You'd also asked how to get stuff from one image to another, so this will work for that too. So what I'm going to do is select this whole image by doing Control A on a Mac. It would be Command A, and then I'm going to do Control C for copy. Again, it would be Control or Command C for copy on a Mac. Go back to my beach, and I'm going to paste it, which is Control V or Command V on a Mac. You can also do all this up here by copy and paste, but the shortcut keys or the keyboard shortcuts will save you tons of time. So before I hit enter, it's still editable here. So I'm going to hit Alt and Shift, which will scale it from the center. You don't want to do this too much if it's a raster image because you will lose resolution, but for this purpose of training, it will be fine. So now we have our mountain layer on top of our beach layer. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make a mask so we can combine the two in kind of a composite, not kind of a composite. So with my mountain selected, I'm going to hit the mask layer. Now what a mask does is it's like a stencil, say, or another way I heard it explained is like a ski mask, like a black ski mask, whereas the black part of the mask will conceal what is below it, your face, and the white part, say the clear, like the eyes and the mouth, will show what's below it. So I have my new mask here. By default, it just looks like a white piece of white square, but you have to make sure you're working in the mask and you're not selecting the actual image over here. Hopefully you can see it. I know it's probably small, but so click on your mask layer, and then again you're going to paint black to get rid of what's in this photograph to reveal below. So over here you have your white on top and your black below. You want to have it the opposite for this. So you're going to hit the D key, which is your default, which just goes to black and white. And then I'm going to hit X to bring the black forward. X just flips the two. So you can do it X, X, X. It just flip them back and forth. You have your brush tool selected up here, and then you're just going to start painting away. I'm hitting the right bracket key to make my brush bigger, left to make it smaller. You can change the opacity up here so it's either taking everything away or just half of it. We'll start with, let's do 75%. And then the brush hardness you can change here. So this is hard, that's soft. So anywhere in between you can pick where you want to be. So we'll go with a medium one. Sorry about that. And then I'm just going to start painting in my mask layer. So watch, see what happens. So I can start painting the mountains away and revealing the beach below. And you'll see you have, because we're at 50%, you're seeing some of the image that we're painting over. But that also helps let you see what you're doing a little better and be a little more precise. You can make your brush smaller, really get in there. Bring it back by hitting Control Z is just undo. But that's also a way, so you can see in the mask, the black is what we concealed of the mountains. Now if we paint it white, so I'm going to hit X, that brings that white forward again. I'm going to make my brush a little bigger. We can paint it back. So that's the non-destructive part of it. And you can totally just delete this mask or disable it by right clicking. You can do disable it so it temporarily goes away. Enable, right click again, or you could even delete it if you want. You can apply it so it's permanent. That is destructive. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Another thing you can do, so let's leave that. Let's go back to where we were and paint some away. opacity, get more of it. Paint some back. And now you can use your mask also to do, so let's add, we'll just take the beach or take the mountains away by turning off the layer quick. And we're going to come up here to the adjustments, which is also right here. So let's do, let's see, what should we do? We'll do a standout brightness and contrast will stand out good. So when you add an adjustment layer, it again is a way to change the layer and be non-destructive. So this will allow you to, we're going to put that right above our beach scene and say we'll change the brightness and the contrast. Alright, so say we want to make our mountains darker, but we want the sky to be how it was. In our mask, we can just go in and paint away that by selecting the black and painting where we don't want the brightness and contrast to affect the image. So kind of cool. It lets you fine tune different parts. If you took a picture and you didn't want like everything to be edited, you can go in and select different parts to use. And again, you can go back by hitting X and painting white now instead of black and bring it back to how it was. Non-destructive, everything, you can turn it right off. You can also change how much it's affected. So you're on your brightness contrast layer now. Here's your opacity of this layer. I only want it 50%. I only want it 23%. So you got a lot of fine tuning. You can also, this is a whole nother thing, but you can change your blend modes here. See that? You got all these different settings, which you'll figure out what you like and what you don't like for different reasons. But anyway, so that's non-destructiveness and masks and why you want to use them. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, please let me know and I can definitely help you out some more. You'd also asked about the golden ratio, which I will email you a file of that I found online. So I have that here, and what I'm going to do is like what I just told you with the cutting and copying and moving stuff from one file to another. So we're going to do our select all. I'll do it with the menu here now so you can see select all, which is also controller command C or A, and then we'll do the copy, and then go back to your other file, the beach, and put your paste. It's going to come in the middle depending on your file size. You want to scale it, so I'm holding Alt and Shift to scale it equally, and then I'll hit enter to set it, and then you can just move it around by your arrow key, click and drag it however you want. You can grab those handles and rotate it. If you hold shift, it will do it in increments. And then you can just do that however you want. And that is a different layer, so you can turn that on and off. You can make it transparent if you want, like a little bit so you can see through it better if that helps, 25%. And go from there. Anyway, I hope that helps. If not, let me know. If you have any other questions, just give me a yell. Thanks.